Hmm, live stream. Sweet. All right, guys. It is another Monday, and we are back for another edition of our stay at home open mic. We've been doing these nonstop since last April, and in that time, we have grown and we've gotten to meet so many incredible, beautiful people, super talented, and that list keeps growing. Every week I feel like we're still meeting new people. And our world has grown. It's like how Marvel has its extended universe. This is like the poetry extended universe because you see all these people from their own organizations. It is another Monday, and we are poetry slams and podcasts, and it's just really a bunch of content. You're going to hear all about it tonight. So my name is Richie Marufo. I'm the project director of the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. We are based out of El Paso, Texas, the Southwest U.S. But we're gonna kind of travel all around the country, all around the world. So in a way, this is kind of like our carpool, our car drive. We're going to be going from place to place in our private invisible jet. But people are going to come up and do their thing. As audience, as listeners, your job is to support the performer. You can do that in many ways. So if you're watching right now on live stream, like actually live, let us know if you're watching on YouTube. All right, type your name in the chat. Where are you listening in from, and let us know who you liking. What lines are like really connecting with you. What do you like about a particular performance? Let us know, because the more you engage, it's that's important. That's really good feedback. And of course, each performer, I'm going to encourage them to share their content, their social media, their pages, any ways in which you can buy their book or their albums or whatever. But without further ado, I'm going to take a step back today, and I'm going to go ahead and let Poet Khan take the wheel. She's going to be our guest host. And with that said, Khan, go and take it away. The wheel is yours. All right.
The mute. There it is. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Thank y'all so much for being with the BWOMS fam this evening. Oh man. We we have made a way through this pandemic poetry Zoom verse, and I'm so proud of us for finding a way to still do what we love and supporting each other, and all the beautiful people I've met, on your gorgeous faces from all over the world. And so yeah, so I'm gonna start the night with a tribute piece to someone that is so very special to me. Poetry has a means of bringing people in your life, good things in your life if you let it. And this person, my Miss Kimlin Bappy, is one of those beautiful gems that poetry brought me. Um, Thank you for being my friend. I appreciate you. And we explore erotica together, as well as form and haiku and all these other things she's introducing me to, Singapore poets and just all kind of great stuff. So I'm going to start the night off with a slightly erotic piece by her. I wouldn't say slightly, but this is a piece written by her that she has given me the permission to share. So I don't have my hat. Kid, you got your hat. You got your hat for the cover. You got the hat on for me, kid. Okay, cool. Because our tradition is to wear a hat when we cover pieces, the cover hat. But anyway, I can get the phone to shut up. All right, here we go. This is called Regret. I kissed you on the lips passionately, and I wept a typhoon, swept, spiraled over and over, tossing, churning my soul, a tempest between my sheets, besting me from every position. Cry, uncle, no. I will not yield to you. I will kiss you, make love to you until I find my words, my voice, my power. Blood returns between my legs, within my heart. inside my mind. Out of your smoldering ashes, I arise. Hope I did you justice. That is from the beautiful, gorgeous by Miss Kimlin Babby. Yes, we are exploring erotic poetry together, and she's showing me how to be more innuendo, sensual, less smack it, spank it, rub it down. Oh no, we need that, but what I mean, it's all good. Thank you. So thank y'all so much for that. All right. So thank you guys for coming to BWOMS on a Monday night. I am your poet, your host, the fishnet poet. Yes, we are channeling goddess erotic energy this evening. So please feel free to bless me with your sensual sticky poems. They are welcome. Okay, so we are going to jump in. Let's see who we got on the mic. Coming up first, we have the awesome, amazing Mr. General. I'm so sorry. Nope, that's not who we have. Just a second. Let me refresh. We have Val. Forgive me, darling, if I'm saying it wrong. Is it Vale? I'm so sorry. Vale Larkin. Please take the mic when you're ready, love.
Thanks. It's really funny that you said that because I told a friend of mine I would read erotic poetry tonight, and it happened to be on theme. So this first poem is called Song for the Electric Body. Walt, you beautiful lunatic. You sing the body blue and unruly, because coolness, when slicked onto thin, sweet flesh, can melt our skins into zinc, can keep the fire oozing thick and delicious from your mouth, my hands, your clenched, my wet, raw, back and forth again and again. You sing the body so hard, you break it. Scream till it shatters from the vibrating pressure, from the fucking unexpected. You sing shocks to my skin. My grip switches. You electrify. We slide, sparking. I sometimes sing cerulean into your lips while you sing into me. No words, no melody, none of those. Only rhythm and the beat of our frantic breathing. We sing the body into submission, into subversion, into all the aching wreckage of our seething, heatless current. And second poem is called Love and Other Diagnoses. I miss sex and romance. I didn't for quite a while. I didn't. I feel as though my body is waking up right when it can go nowhere and touch no one. I find myself hungering for imaginary love, more graspable now than erstwhile life. I wonder if I'll ever make love to anyone, to any tender flesh and breath again. The clock is counting down, and there is no such thing as saving time. I don't want to be bound. No, I want to be bound, but to the stake and not away from it. I want the kind of kiss that fills your chest and steals your breath gloriously and all at once. I want hands so light as they beg for yes, and the grasp and grip of unleashed fingertips. I want to taste heat from the coal bed, passion from the spring, everything. I want to hold on to writhing life, carrying its rough motion up in my arms and over the drop with me. I want to prove, for one racked moment, that I have not burned without leaving a mark. That's me. Thanks.
Wow.
Those are good, Val. Appreciate it.
Wow. That last line.
It's good to hear your voice again.
Good to enjoy all the time, Bill.
So some love, y'all. Man, that was so delicious and wonderful. That was my first time ever hearing erotic poems from you. They were so beautiful. Thank you so much, though. Thank you. Yes, if you'd like to plug yourself, please go ahead. Yeah, you're good. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yes. Thank you so much for bringing those sensual pieces to the BWOMS stage. We appreciate that. Heck yes. All right. Let's see. Next we have Mr. Mike Sidler. Mr. Sidler. You can take the mic when you're ready, though.
Hello, everybody. Always obviously great to be here. I just put into the chat, Finn Bell has this Fincabulary podcast as well as her wonderful open mic that she does on Thursdays, but she was kind enough to let me be the feature on the latest of these, and it was pretty neat getting to do that. So just want to say thanks for that, and if anybody wants to spend a half an hour, that's one way to do it. And I want to go ahead and, as always, put in the word for lighthousewriters.org here in Denver and everywhere that your computer can take you, because there's so much good things going on there. And I wasn't going to do this, but I figure, seeing how everybody's doing all this erotica, I will go ahead and do what passes for erotica for me, called Peaks. To each their vaunted peaks, some long to scale half dome, but I want only to free climb your spine with my lips, kiss each rolling ridge of vertebrae, gently perch teeth without puncture, dragging chin behind, beard hair scratching away mist of each kiss, climbing slowly, urge to fall back towards derriere, held in balance by longing to rest at the crest above flaring shoulder blades, neckline trail surmounted, idling at dimpled crevice, encircling O of mouth, releasing tongue, taste of salt lick on tender tip, then sliding at angle to tickle earlobe, planting promise of love on drum, whispering wind of desire sighs, yes, oh yes, oh yes. And do an older piece. Actually, I won't do this because I'm going to do a fairly lengthy hat poem. I'll do a couple quick haikus. This first one is called Edibles. Snoop and Martha changed each other's idea of what edibles are. And the second one is called Wing Words. Bird's wing formed from words, each fanning feather fills air with flights of fancy. And I will put on the hat. And this is one somebody put up on, I don't know who it was, but they stuck it up on Facebook, and I read it and I was like, oh my God, I got to share this. It's by a poet by the name of Fatima Asghar, and it's called Pluto Shits on the Universe. On February 7th, 1979, Pluto crossed over Neptune's orbit and became the 8th planet from the sun for 20 years. A study in 1988 determined that Pluto's path of orbit could never be accurately predicted. Labeled as chaotic, Pluto was later discredited from planetary status in 2006. Today, I broke your solar system. Oops, my bad. Your graph said I was supposed to make a nice little loop around the sun. Nah, I chaos like a motherfucker. Ain't no one can chart me. All the other planets, they think I'm annoying. They think I'm an escape moon running free. Fuck your moon. Fuck your solar system. Fuck your time. Your year ain't shit but a day to me. I could spend your whole year turning the winds in my bed, thinking about rings and how Jupiter should just pussy on up and marry me by now. Your day? That's an ass wipe, a sniffle. Your whole day is barely the start of my sunset. My name means hell, bitch. I am hell, bitch. All the cold you have yet to feel, chaos like a motherfucker. And you tried to order me? Call me ninth? Somewhere in the mess of graphs and math and compass, you tried to make me follow rules. Rules? Fuck your rules. Neptune, that bitch slow. And I deserve all the sun I can get and all the blue gold sky I want around me. It is February 7th, 1979, and my skin is more copper than any sky will ever be. More metal. Neptune is bitch sobbing in my rear view, and I got my running shoes on and all this sky that's all mine. Fuck your order. Fuck your time. I realign the cosmos. I chaos all the hell you have yet to feel. Now all your kids in the classroom, they confused. All their clocks wrong. They don't even know what the fuck to do. They got to memorize new songs and shit. And the other planets, I fucked their orbits. I shook the sky, chaos like a motherfucker. It is February 7th, 1979. The sky is blue gold, the freedom of possibility. Today, I broke your solar system. Oops, my bad. Thank you very much.
That was so awesome.
Oh my God.
That's like,
Oh man, wow.
Rolling
That was
on
like
the
my
floor
most-
here.
That was like my favorite cover poem. Well, I mean, yeah, that was just so great. Heck yeah, all the pieces were great. Thank you, Mr. Sendler. Anyway, I ain't gonna say it. Okay, yes, thank you so much for that. All right, I love it. Okay, we're gonna move on here. We have coming to the stage, Mr. Generalissimo. General, you here, darling?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, gorgeous.
Awesome. So glad to see you tonight. Take the mic when you're ready.
You know, I hate to say this, and you know, I don't do that erotic stuff, but you know, you could wear a gunny sack and look erotic, Miss Fishnet. You wear a potato sack, you all burlapped out. You just be Miss Everything.
With
Okay.
some matching shoes, dang it. No, thank you so much.
You don't even need shoes, you just need to be you. Okay. Let's see what I got. 3 poems that I've written in the last weekend or few days, whatever. And the first one is called There's an Alas Caught Nut Tree. Before the storm last night, I noticed the branches of a tree in a parking lot waving wildly in the wind, as if they were all the snakes atop Medusa's head, struggling to escape her destiny. It looked as if the tree thought it could will its roots to push hard enough to escape the ground, but the hold of the soil is stronger than the will of the tree. Alas, the trees need to find a more intrinsically congruous locale to rest its roots wasn't in the cards. As a poet, I find pleasure putting use to words like alas, words that are no longer used in the conversational lexicon. Such words were at home in Dickens novels, radio dramas, and black and white films, but now hang on for dear life in period theater productions, poetry, and crossword puzzles. Unlike the tree that is unaware it exists for the purpose of aesthetic landscaping that will never find a forest, I can find new homes for a few stray alasses. The words I write into poetry might just prevent an almost extinct word from being rooted into oblivion. Next poem is called When a Cliche I Used in More Than One Poem Came to Life. I pulled into the driveway well after 11 p.m. There was a deer standing in my side yard with a crabapple sticking out halfway from its mouth. It stared straight at me, not moving a millimeter. The glow of the headlights made its fur look as if I were to touch it. It would feel like running my hand across a soft velvet couch. I thought it was a doe because it had no antlers, but then thought it might be a young buck that had yet to develop antlers. It stared straight at me, not moving a millimeter. Its eyes were open as wide as possible. I thought if I were to get out of the car to take a photo, it might charge at me. It stared straight at me, not moving a millimeter. I stared back at it. It stared straight at me, not moving a millimeter. I stared back at it. I was in a surreal staring contest with this majestic creature with a crabapple sticking out halfway from its mouth. I reached for the garage door opener. The door loudly creaked and squeaked open. I turned the steering wheel ever so slightly. I turned my head. The deer was not there. I drove into the garage. I turned off the engine, grabbed the opener remote. When the door shut against the concrete garage floor, I realized that for the first time in my life, I had witnessed a deer in headlights. And this one I finished this afternoon. It's called Hiding Place. It has been too many years since we last saw each other. We were still in love when life threw multiple wrenches at us. All we could do is duck and cover or run or risk permanent injury. We knew we'd never be the same again. After we ended, there were times I wished my love for you had been unrequited. Just over 2 years later, you introduced me to him. He insisted I come to the wedding. He even sat me next to his redheaded friend at the singles table as an obvious setup. But the wedding was the last time we saw each other. I was genuinely happy for both of you after your child was born. But I mourned the potential child we used to talk about all those years ago. You wanted a boy named Sylvester just so we could call him Sly. I wanted a girl named Mazzy, named after my grandmother. You said you'd think about it. You had a way of humoring me as if your veiled validations were hugs made of homemade marshmallows and hot chocolate. Once when I was in town visiting my mom, your mom called and took me to lunch. She said she always wished that we had made it through the troubles. She proceeded to show me photos of her grandchild and tell me how amazing your life was. Her husband called to invite me to the funeral. He said that you valued our friendship and wished we hadn't fallen out of touch. My heart aches that I wasn't able to be there for him or your mom or to say goodbye. You will always be the one that got away, that stayed hidden deep in my heart until the end. Thank you.
To the one that got away. Oh, General, your poems are so beautiful. I love how you take us to that very moment, wherever you are, you just grab what you see around you, you know. Thank you so much for that. Do you like, you can plug yourself, love, as I will get myself together.
Well, the first and third week of every month, Cafe Generalissimo on Mondays. We start at 5:30 till 7:45. It's right before the New Year weekend. It's run by The Word Is Right. And I'll put everything into the chat. So thank you very much. And of course, behind me is my book cover turned on its side. Everything I think is all in my mind. It's coming out in December with Red or Green books.
Awesome.
So, gracias. Let's hear some more poetry.
Awesome. Mr. General is a part of the winter release Poets for Red or Green books. Be on the lookout for that. Yes, one time for Marissa Prada, Poet Lovey. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for that, General. That's my. All right. So next we're going to discuss the cosmos with Mr. Doc Jan with Doc.
Well, tonight it's not the cosmos.
Mhm.
And
Surprise me.
I'd like to share screen. And then for the final poem, I'd like a double spotlight with Kemlin, please. So here goes. Long stem rose, opening softly in the deep veil of your breasts, red, turgid petals. Roses. I would bedeck and strew thee with roses. Place one in each voluptuous veil, one in each lascivious fold, and more betwixt fingers and toes. Then a sweet drizzle of rhodamel, eros mix of honey and rose, or each soft convexity of thee, that I might lap at thee, enjoying slowly, lingually, an aperitif sensual. At the last, deflower thee, capturing each rose with lips and tongue, teeth and nose, kissing, licking, nibbling, feasting on every sensuous inch of thee, a sine qua non of arousal to a peak of ecstasy and joy. And this this next one is the one I want to be double spotlighted with Cameron, please. Cameron, you there?
I am ready.
Hey,
Okay. Autumn, glowing.
Doc, can you do this again? On your, can you turn on the document to
I
autumn,
have it on.
please?
I have it up on the screen.
Actually, it's showing opening softly in the deep veil of.
Yeah,
the
you
rest.
need to come out of that one. You need to stop screen share, and then you need to start screen share again, and then bring up the next.
Sorry. Let's see. Stop screen share. Oh, new share. And oh shoot. Where the heck? How can I get to the next one?
The only way I know is to come out, is to stop screen sharing.
Okay, and I don't have a stop. Oh, wait a minute. Stop share.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Now you
And
start screen share again, and then
yeah.
bring up the next document.
Stop screen share. Start screen share again. Okay. Okay. There we go.
There we go.
All right, I get to start this mess.
Okay.
Autumn,
Glowing.
in dance of sunlight,
Autumn.
softly arrives.
Whispering.
Landscape of a bountiful year,
Adorned.
in golden finery,
Dressed.
in vivacious velvety reds, warm ochres, raw umber, burnt sienna, singing
In all the languages of ripening and color, of fruits and vegetables, grains and more, of trees and shrubs, flowers and leaves.
all detach.
Let go, abscess, descend to earthy bed.
Denouement of summer's warmth.
Thank you. And if I have time, I have a limerick to read. There was a young man from Lake Forest who sang to an all-female chorus. His honeyed voice was like wine, so they took him together to dine. Said, we thought he might ignore us, but boy, did he bore us. Now everyone's feeling just fine.
Awesome. Yes. Y'all please show some love to the poets here. Please unmute yourself. Yes, yes, yes.
Great stuff.
Awesome. We welcome collaborations, dang it. That is such a beautiful share of energy and trust and just all of that when you collaborate with a poet. Y'all have, sharing each other's vision and all that. That is just, and it was autumn and the trees and just the leaves, and it was so beautiful. Heck yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Ms. McKinley. Thank y'all so much. That was amazing. Woo, woo, woo. Do you want to plug yourself, Doc? You want to tell us how we can support you or what you have going on?
I will put it into the chat. Save a little time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I'm loving the vibe tonight. Yeah. Okay, next we have to the stage we have Mr. Steve Andesol. Did I say it right? Awesome. This is my first time seeing you, I believe. It's so awesome to have if you've been here before. It's my first time meeting you. So nice to meet you and have you with us tonight. And please feel free to take the mic and do your thing. Enjoy yourself. Yes.
Thank you. This is my first time here, yes. So I'd like to do you a poem without any words. This poem is just composed of emotions. Because my life has been, I was born in 1952, and the second half of the 20th century and the first 20 years of this century has been just like a big trip to the fairground. I'm just going to do a very short sea shanty. Now, the reason I call this a shanty is that shanties are work songs, and this is a song which was written for a little girl who spent the first 14 years of her life on a Hollywood treadmill. So as far as I'm concerned, it is a work song. It's a shanty. This is my little colleague. His name is Tadpole. Say hello, Tadpole. And we're going to sing this shanty together. I've thrown away my toys, even my drum and train. I want to make some noise and plough the raging main. I want to go to sea, I'll be a captain too. And when I do, how would you like to be my crew? On the good ship Lollipop, it's a sweet trip to a candy shop where bonbons play on the sunny shores of Peppermint Bay. Lemonade stands everywhere, crackerjack bands fill the air, and there you are, happy landing on a chocolate bar. See the sugar bowl do the Tootsie Roll with the big fat devil food cake. If you eat too much, oh, you'll awake with the tummy ache. On the good ship Lollipop, it's a night trip. Into bed you'll hop and dream away. On the good ship Lollipop. Thank you.
How awesome!
Wow.
Oh my God, I love that.
That was just
That was
creation at its best right there. That was so amazing. Wow. Wow. Man, so glad to have you with us tonight. Please tell us how we can follow you, get more of you, what you have going on, if we can support you and be a part.
Well, I have a website. I'll put it in the chat. That's all. I'm just completely amateur. I'm just an old man having fun.
Steve, I'm so glad you came. I'm so delighted you came.
Thank you for telling me about this session.
I knew that you would fit right in and be totally at home here. Thank you for coming.
Oh, awesome. Awesome poets, inviting awesome poets to do awesome musicians, artists, creatives. Heck yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for that. All right, next we have, let me get and there it is. All right, next we have, make sure it's updated. We have Tina coming to the stage. Miss Tina.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Tina Bailey. How are you?
I'm good.
With us.
Oh, thank you so much for letting me be part of this, and for my dear life friend Kim for letting me in on this. So I'm going to share with you something that I wrote today after I rhythmic breathing exercise, and then thinking about a wounded place inside. So here I go. A tiny me speaking to a wounded place inside. As I step inside my body, I journey to the place where the most visible healing is needed, to the missing, to the place where the mark of stitches just removed is still healing, marking forever the removal of a thing called melanoma. As I walk, I see you. I touch this place. Thank you for calling out and making known the thing called cancer. You spoke, not in a scream, but in a whisper, saying, "Hey, I need your attention. Something's wrong here." Your nudging was one towards a removal of a part of me that was harming me, and I did not even know it. Beautiful skin, beautiful me. It is sometimes hard to see or know that something is harmful, toxic, deadly. But you raised an alarm, and now you show a mark, a wounding and a healing. A scar will be a beauty mark of life.
Wow. Oh man.
Ooh.
Yes, please give the poet some love, some roses.
Damn.
So proud of you.
Us,
Love you,
Let's
Tina.
give it a moment for that, because that I appreciate you so much that you're here to share it with us. Cancer ain't no joke, and I'm glad that you're well enough to share it with us if it was your story. Thank
It
you. So
was.
much. Thank you.
And it was the moment of listening to your body. I guess if there was any words I'd share is when we listen and we speak and we hear what our body's trying to say to us.
Wow.
It tells us so much, but yet we tune out so much when it's there, and sometimes it screams, sometimes it whispers, sometimes it dances. But if we listen, it leads us.
That was a poem right there.
Another poem there, yes.
Thank you so much, Miss Tina. Thank you so much, ma'am. Wow. Wow. Please tell us how we can follow you and support you and hear more of you.
I have a Facebook page, but honestly, doing this in this realm is like I guess you'd say a new beginning for me. I've done a lot of helping other people, but not so much in doing my own work. So this is kind of a coming home. Several things in my life are in a little bit of a limbo. I normally live in Bali. I'm stuck in the US right now. Just fought this, still trying to find out what's next.
Sure.
So maybe you can help me know how to go forward with this.
Oh, well, you know what? We're here. The poets are here, and we know about healing and being in awkward situations and making it work, amen. So you're in a beautiful space. I'm so glad you allowed yourself to come and spend time with us tonight and share your story. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, poets. Let me get some tissue, dang it. And that's what it's about. That's what we're here for all of it, for the cleansing, for the liberating ourselves with our truth. Amen. So thank you for bringing your truth. All right, and next we have Majiji. Hi, darling.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
So good to see you. I'm well. I'm here with the poets, so I'm alive and well and fed and happy.
You're here with
So
the
good to
poets.
see
It's a good night.
It's a good night. It's the best kind of night. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Yeah. Take the mic when you're ready, though.
Alrighty. So you can find me on Instagram at iron_resilience. I have a website called Arcadian-Poetry. I promise I'll update it one of these days. I have a book coming out in December called Morning Flowers through Red and Green Books. So yeah, I have a few poems. So let's just get into it. I love this space. It's such a cool vibe. So this one I performed actually this weekend at the Wild Poet Project in New York. It's so nice to see some of the people from the New York here. Love the space. All right. So this one is called Why Aren't You Married? A grieving widow held my hands on the night her husband died after 53 years of marriage. She said, "When are you finally gonna get married?" In a room that had been pumped full of oxygen for days, she took all of the air out of my lungs. Her son said, "These young kids just like to travel. That's it. I just like to travel, like I don't bounce from city to city because I feel the root rot of my hometown while being told that I should be blooming where I'm planted. Making hospice calls for yet another person, digging my heels into the ground as if it isn't the soil that has to be unearthed for yet another burial plot. While I watch calendars fly away into the wind, youth slipping through the cracks of mirrors. I guess my silence was too long. As she looked at me, the track history of almost making it to the finish line, almost making it to the altar, too goddamn loud for a patriarchal running race. Last week I spent with the love of my life, and then having to fly home knowing the distance too much, another right person, wrong time, wrong place, wrong reincarnation. All of these things too much to say. A grieving widow held my hands as I called the mortician for her the night her husband died. And she asked me when I would finally get married. And after a joke, I told her I'd just like to travel, as if I didn't have baby names and a house that I buried with past lovers, as if I didn't mourn what I'd never have that she had. And then this one, I have just two more. This one is called Retrograde. I just wrote this now because the retrograde we are in it until October 17th. So everyone protect your soul. It's going to be rough. Retrograde. The act of moving backwards while still pushing forward. I wonder if that's why I feel like I'm falling. Slipping backwards from friendships, from lovers, back into old habits, palms gripping as my hands slip. There is no friction in the grip. I know I'm not the only one feeling this interplanetary shift, but maybe falling is teaching. It shows us how to embrace for impact when we get too comfortable, makes us aware of our surroundings and how hard the floor feels on our backs. I just hope I don't fall too far. And then this last one, and then I'll let you all go. This one's called Evaporate. What if I let you evaporate? The steam between our bodies no longer thick in the air. Your sweat from my fingertips no longer checking a phone for a text message I won't receive. This isn't the first time. I've made myself sick from knowing my weight isn't in love, but in what my body can do. But isn't that the unspoken rule? To pour ourselves open, even when we aren't supposed to seem vulnerable. I'm supposed to just let you go. The rule book tells me so. My value never enough to keep other bodies out of your bed or drugs out of your veins. If I write the narrative that I'm letting you slip into thin air, then I seem stronger. I myself don't seem like the mere condensation on your window wishing to drip down where I dissolve, no longer having to be so solid around lovers, following rules that never made sense, rules that make it shameful to be needy, as if I've ever wanted anything other than to be needed in some way that solely doesn't count beneath bed sheets. Maybe I'll let you evaporate. Maybe I'll tell myself that. Maybe it'll be different. And maybe one day the needy will be the wanted. And maybe next time you won't let me slip into thin air. Thank y'all.
Oh,
Damn it. That was amazing. Damn, what a set.
Oh, man. Wow. Oh, man.
That was filled with iron resilience, if you ask me.
Damn, you got my Instagram in it too. That's so funny.
Right. Yeah. Wow, love. I love your you just, sometimes we're blessed with a story to tell, right? With a grief to share with the world, and just undying grief that we are blessed to put in words. And I love how you take that moment and just break and just allow yourself. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, babe. So, okay. Woo, baby. All right. The mic is hot. The mic is hot. I'm going to pass it to the next poet real quick. Let's see who we got here. Let me step out. Okay. Okay, our next poet is Parquillian.
Parquillian, sorry for the hard to pronounce name. Thank you very much.
And let me get it correct so I'll know for Parquillian.
Yes, you got it.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. Names matter. I do not mind taking time to sing it. So nice to have you with us tonight. Please take the mic when you're ready.
Okay, thank you. Pardon me while I go off camera to be able to see poems on my phone here, but what an act to follow. I think I'm going to read this poem because it's my one poem I have that sort of fits in the theme here. Although it's been called so metaphorical, it's positively Victorian, but this is called Awakening. A breeze blows through the boughs of a pine that stands above the slopes of a valley wherein twin spirits recline, so filled with fervent hopes. Over the hills and hollows it makes its way in the deep of the night, sends ripples across a pair of lakes, reflecting the moon's soft light. Surging through the shrubs like a wave, it prompts the nightingale to whistle by the cleft of a cave that's hidden deep in the dale. It brings the subtly sparkling sound of a spring whose moisture falls, trickling to the declining ground along the cavern's walls. Swirling around the cleft's confines, it lifts the luxurious scent of fragrant honeysuckle vines, revealing auspicious portent. The glen then awakens to a rose-colored dawn that spreads across the land. Clouds along the horizon are drawn at the rising wind's command. The song of the thrush and the tufted tit signal the rapture begun as colors burst forth so newly lit by the rays of the rising sun. The arc of a cascading waterfall spills across the glorious view, glistening like silver among the hills, so lately kissed with dew. And thank you very much.
Nice. Whoa, the description's awesome.
Metaphors, man. It was just smooth, you know, just yeah. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much for that beautiful piece. Heck yeah. Do you like to tell us how we can follow you and support you if you have some books or what do you have going on?
Yeah, sure. My website, parquillian.com, shows my artwork, linguistic artwork that I like to do, but I also have a couple of books that have been published into anthologies by the DC Poetry Collective called Ink Blots that they allowed me to create the cover for. So I'll put the links for those in the chat.
Martin, can you give us an example of your artwork? I know what you do, so I want everybody to see it. It's so cool.
I don't know if you can see my T-shirt very well here. Let me know if that's a dove made from the words for peace in several different languages. It's a little bit hard to see in this light, I think. But
wow, that is beautiful.
Wow.
But I do what I call multilingual calligrams, which are images made out of words, except these I make images out of the same word in as many different languages as I can find.
Wow.
One of my obsessions.
Poetry and art colliding. Well, I mean, poetry is art, but you know, the words and that is amazing. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that about BWOMS, Richie, that you're just, you're willing to let us kind of like do the art thing. It's not just poetry, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's welcome. So heck yeah. Awesome. Okay, right. Let's see here what we have next. Da-da-ba-ba-ba. It's Ed Poetastic.
And I'm loving it.
Baby, so good to see you. Yes. So good to see you. Please take the mic and do your thing. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. And thank you for staying with me in the Poetastic Blue. Of course I'm here. Gotta love the extra cheer. Keeps me in gear. Richie and Erica, thank you for having me here. All right, my name is Ed Protecto, Ellen Fiddle Fantastic. Please get a time so you can enjoy my rhyme for all you feel sublime. Okay, I have 3 jokes and I got 3 poems. Get ready to unshock your buckles. You're going to chuckle. All right, what did the crab say to the other crab? Why so red? What did the fish say to the other fish? Water, water everywhere. What did the foreman say to the shark? I want a hammerhead. What did the cop say to the clown? Hey, no funny business. All right. Yeah. And this poem, I hope you guys are chuckling. Woo, 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 woo. All right, here's I got this poem. It's called Webhead. My spirit is tingling. Danger must be near. Looks like it's time to punch culprits, thieves, and villains to tears. It's just my ordinary life being Spider-Man. I do what any friendly guy with spire powers can. Swinging through vast buildings in these annoying spandex tights, trying to juggle the concept of what's wrong and right. This suit is sticky emblem to wear. The heavy burdens I must bear, but never ever share. They say crime never sleeps, but God, give me a break for once. Does it immediately time for sleep, or a bite for a quick brunch? My mind still grasping my funny innocence, my old easy life of being normal. I solemnly reminisce. Mary Jane, she's always the web beneath my wings. Her presence always makes my heart swing and sing. Aunt May, she's the sweetest thing next to my heart. I make sure no one or nothing tear us apart. Uncle Ben, I'm so sorry. I hope you're proud of me. I promise to be the most spectacular superhero you'll see. Venom, he was always the oil in my clear pond, pushing my horrid actions in the great beyond. Carnage, Venom on overdrive. Every time I fight him, I'm surprised I'm still breathing alive. Rhino, he's just a dim-witted wrecking ball. Like they always say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Dr. Octopus is a genius, but a heart made from vibranium steel. He's always keeps me on edge and top of my heels. Green Goblin, my best friend's maniac bipolar father. After I beat him, I need to describe him a great therapist or a doctor. Vulture, he's such a crazy bird brain. He's the bottom of common sense down the drain. Scorpion, he's the new definition of acid rain. I know his dry cleaning is a huge pain. Black Cat, she's my troll-making minx. She's sexy. Sneaky stealing little jinx. Sandman, the crook who's fused with the sand. It really feels like me against the barren lands. Electro, he's always a jolt in my side. He always leaves my cell phone and web shooters fried. Stanley, he was a marvelous Excelsior guy. Now he's not with us, but became a star in the sky. It's your average day being your friendly neighborhood fireman, the savior of citizens, and the punisher of madmen. Thank you. I got this one. This is called My Candy Ghost. You're my cotton candy phantom. Our days were sweeter than honey and sugar plums. You were the shooting star in my midnight sky. Every time we talk, play, and dance, time seems to fly. Your warmth was warmer than a burning furnace. I still remember your pleasant laughter and delightful kiss. Your heart was so elegant than any fluorescent meadow. You're my divine light, and I was your ebony shadow. You walked the city, painting it pink, red, and polka dots. The minutes, seconds, and hours seemed to rot. We used to feel like ants gazing at the infinite planets and stars. We marvel at the vast celestial beauty while hearing honks from cars. It was you and me on top of up top of the vast blue world. I was too love struck seeing a woman inside a little girl. You start acting like a shell, your bubbly self. Now you treat me like expired milk or a book on a dusty shelf. You started talking less and ghosting more. You're more emotional than the solid front door. You was my midnight summer night. You're my midsummer night dream, but now you're a ghostly nostalgic fantasy. When I saw these words, you get so heated and antsy. Guess I'm just a familiar stranger or an unusual suspect. Now my rosy wonderland is an apocalyptic wreck. Back then, I was your sunny lover. Now I'm just your lunar acquaintance. I was so shocked I was in love with a mirage in a self-masquerading trance. Now I'm just an inky, nameless ghost holding on to fragments of the flickering past. As I watch memories, trinkets, and time turn to black and ash. Can someone play a sad piano or a violin for me? Can someone help me seal tears, see tears be set free? I was so love struck. My luminous daydream was at an end. But heck, now I stand in limbo between a masked lover and a concealed friend. All right, I got one more in store. This is a little bit spicy and a little bit feisty, but it's enticing. This is called Steamy Paradise. Steamy from my body, I couldn't stop. Like at the time, it went pop. When I started, I was so shocked. Our eyes never strayed, we were deadlocked. Her skin was silk, her breasts were pears. I was amazed. What did she wear? I didn't care. Her cave was rich, it was so moist and pinky. Everything was all right, we were both kinky. Her lips were crimson, rarer than cherries. She smelled so sweet, the scent of strawberries. Her posture was grounded, harder than any statue. We were inseparable, stickier than any glue. She shook without end, shaking more than my washing machine. My mind was so blank, we did everything in between. We were both soaking wet, wetter than any towel. We couldn't soundly sleep, we were both night owls. She was so majestic, so untamed, more so than any horse. I was so handsy, so more deeper than sex or intercourse. She was so overjoyed, so much happier than any flower. I was surging, had so much unlimited power. Her moans were mesmerizing, she sang more than the radio. My vocals were high, more volume than the stereo. Her eyes sparkled, more blue than the sea. I was so primal, more instinctual and beastly. Her heart was running, faster than any runner. I was so quick, quicker than any gunner. She looked so divine, more holier than any star. I was glistening, more sparkly than any sports car. She climaxed with euphoria, more lively than the sun. I was in a snowy daze, more overjoyed and stunned. We were so satisfied, more peaceful than the sky. We were so carefree, more cheerful than butterflies. Thank you.
Oh, poetastic. Oh, poetastic.
Because you made me feel fantastic.
That was the softer side, huh? Yeah, that was gorgeous. Thank you, Lovey. Heck yeah. You would you like to plug yourself? I know you're gonna be here at BWOMS because you're just awesome like that. You know what I mean? But where else can we find all the awesomeness, Lovey?
I'm awesome like that because I want to give each one of you a potastic heart attack. All right, I'll stay in the facts.
Yes, thank you, man. Thank you. You are like our poet community hype man, you know, and you need that. And not every community is blessed with that. We have one and he's ours. And I love you for just bringing the energy no matter what the hell you're going through. When you come in here, you are turned and excited about these words. And I appreciate you so much for that.
Hell yeah. I love you. I love you and everyone too. And keep on coming through. And remember that we love each and every one of you.
Man, look, it's family in here. All right, let's see what we got next. Thank you, baby. Hell yeah. All right. Next we have Terry. Hi. Hi, Miss Terry. How you doing?
I have to turn the the Dallas Eagles game down. Everybody is watching that here. So I have 2 short pieces. The one that is forgotten, too basic to stand out, too old to be young and fresh, too mediocre to be great, too non-ethnic to be ethnic, too fat to be skinny, too weird to be cool, too tired to be energetic, too private to be exposed, too broke to be extravagant, too conservative to be erotic, too evil to be good. And if only the good die young, that means I will live forever, only to be forgotten. And that second piece, COVID's a jackass. Ninja attacks from behind, defenseless victims. COVID's a jackass, taking our loved ones away, unwelcome house guest. Grief's paralyzing sadness stays, coming and going in waves.
Wow, babe.
Terry did the prompt. Yes.
Terry did the prompt, and I'm happy about that. COVID is a jackass. I agree.
The prompt was grief is a jackass, but I think COVID's a bigger jackass than grief, so I changed it.
I like it. You claimed it.
Hell yeah.
That was so great. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for coming through, love, man. Wow. Your that first poem, man, that was just I really appreciate that as well, man. I just wanted to validate and affirm you on that, and just on all the bars you said, just growing up, just, you know, getting older, realizing your body, who you are, like as a woman, it's just period, too unethic to be ethnic. I may have said it wrong, but it was really awesome. I love that poem. Thank you for that.
Thank you. I have a couple of things coming up, which I don't normally have anything. So now I have like 2 podcasts coming up. So I'm going to put it in the chat.
Awesome. Heck yes. Put that in the chat. Thank you so much for coming through, love, tonight.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. Good old awesome, satisfying, nurturing poems tonight. I'm loving it. Skies, you keep on. Anyway, we got next to the stage. Come on, Erica. To the stage, the beautiful Sky's the Limit. Hi, darling. So glad to see you. So glad to see you, man. Your beautiful energy in here tonight. You could be anywhere else. You in here with BWOMS crew. I appreciate you, man. So good to have you. Please take the mic, love. Do your thing. Heck yeah.
Alrighty. So I haven't been here for a good minute, and most places I'm kind of just resurfacing, but I've got a couple of things. One is very short, but I'm gonna save it for last because it's more sexual themed. This one is not. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you, are the 3 words that sit between my tongue and teeth. As I'm trapped in this house built with your infidelity, you sit playing your jaded, faded luck of a role, sitting like your words are heavily on my soul. But your heart turns to her, for she's all you can see. Your words burn my eyes. Love is blind, but I can't find the fine print at the bottom of this contract that I've signed. And I can't say I love you when you're looking at her. No, I can't say I need you when you're holding her curves. No amount of this L verb will erase what you've done, but I still hold out hope that you'll one day be my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my heart back to this house because it says do not touch. And it hurts from your sunlight and rain just as much as the fact that all your lies have polluted my clear skies. And gray is the shade of the rainbow that you dyed. Gray is the tint of the windows you peek through, and gray is the colors of the tears that still seep through. Great are the words to me that you say. There's too much, three's too much for the space, but you still want me anyway. Makes me sick to even think I would be using her sink. And although this is rude, my sanity is on the brink, but you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. No, you don't. You make me slap happy. Want to find where you are on a map happy. Want to set a trap happy just to pull some crap happy shit that will make me madder than I already am. And I'm through because you obviously don't give a damn. Man, none of it will ever sit right with me. I don't want to be a side chick, so you're no longer tight with me. All this shit, and your girl might want to fight with me because you wanted to play two hearts that night with me. You'll never know how much I want to straight up break your world to the ground. You ran to me often when she wasn't around just to put me in the lost and found while you offered her my ground. Bitch, sit your ass down before I catch a case and fix your face, because I'm not coming back to this place. I'm taking my shine back and staying the hell away from you and the place you call home with your bae. You should know twice the sunlight will one day make you blind, but I'm not the one to say it, although I've spoken my mind. My sun's still shining brightly and you're no longer in my head. And if you don't like it, then stop throwing shades and put on some instead. Thank you. That's the first one, actually.
Wow.
I got a short one. It goes along with the sexual theme, so. The bodacious chest of Miss Kitty had many men anxious and giddy. If she stood up high, you'd not lose an eye, but bent over, beware of those titties. The end.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Pieces, both.
Just let that sit real quick. Okay. Yes, thank you. Man, Skies came back swinging tonight, love. Wow. That was such a well-crafted, just passionate, just let me say what I got to say right now piece, man. I appreciate that. That was dope. Your first one. Your second one was just delicious. A little spank, Yeah, we need that. All right. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much for coming by. You want to plug yourself? Go ahead.
On Instagram, I am at skyza.limit. Twitter, it's skyza_limit, straight out. And pretty much everything else you'll find around those same names. So thanks.
Awesome, babe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So we hopping on our plane. You know what I mean? We coming back to Texas. Come to the 915. And we are going over to Lee MS's house. Dang it. Hey, Lee, are you here, love?
Yes.
Awesome. Please take the mic when you're ready, love.
Thank you. I have two new stuff, and then I'll read an old-ish one to keep with the theme of like erotica going on today. So I'll start with the newest stuff. This is called the Cosmic Covenant. Stars succumb their life to light the skies across clusters of themselves, reaching our longing eyes only once they're dead and gone. We glance above with eyes wide open and make our wish in hopes of answers, a prayer to the shimmering lights of the dead. But stars will not respond without compensation. What will you exchange in return for answered prayers? What parts will you willfully part from to seal the cosmic covenant of stars and wishes and midnight dreams come true? That's the first one. And the second one is called Redefining. Redefining love like I breathe in new life onto the grimy crevices of an old abandoned room and push out the old ghosts, spiders, and all the worst things of me that took refuge in me. Redefining love like 3 decades never happened, like 1/3 of the life lived wasn't spent, glancing over my shoulder at the shadow of myself catching up to the future. Redefining love like I believe in it, like I believe in me, like I believe in the thump, thump, thump of each beat now itching to be lived. Redefining love like the last thing I'll ever do is the renovation of this old house of blues, painted now in all hues of feelings and beatings and dreams of keeping on, keeping on. Redefining love like I mean it. What was the second one? And then the last one, this is called Tangled, first in English, then in Spanish. We take the shape of the other, temporarily fusing mind and soul to feel what you feel and allow myself to feel. Lips like honey, guide me towards our center, dripping love on the dry crevices of a body turned to ashes, then void. Teach me how to be soft around the edges and rough on just the right places. To touch without the unquiet afterthought, feel the flame shyly awakened by the casual tracing of fingers, tangle of limbs, the infinite gaze upon another down to the other. Twin stars gaze down to the void, coaxing light out of its dark matter, and in turn, you ignite me across synapses, fusing our neural pathways, dendrites like tangled limbs and tangled hips and tangled lips and tangled us for just a fraction, just because I want to feel what you feel, what I feel, what we feel when we unravel before the other. In the Spanish version. Tomamos la forma del otro, temporalmente fusionando mente y alma para sentir lo que sientes y permitirme sentir labios de miel guiándome a nuestro centro, goteando amor en las grietas secas de un cuerpo convertido en cenizas, luego abismo. Enséñame cómo ser suave en mis bordes y áspero en los lugares correctos. Cómo tocar sin la inquietante tardía duda, sentir la llama tímidamente despertada por el casual trazo de tus dedos, maraña de nuestras extremidades, la mirada infinita sobre uno al otro. Las estrellas gemelas miran al vacío, sacando la luz de su materia oscura y a la vez me enciendes a través de sinapsis, fusionando nuestras vías neuronales, dendritas como enmarañadas extremidades, caderas enredadas, labios inextricables y nuestro ser difuso por ser una facción simplemente porque quiero sentir lo que sientes, lo que siento, lo que sentimos cuando nos desenredamos ante el otro. And that's it.
Brava, Lee! Brava!
That was so amazing.
Damn, Lee.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
was
both
It
languages.
was amazing.
Yeah.
that whole set though. That whole set though.
That was gorgeous. That was gorgeous. Thank you so much, Lee. Heck yeah. I appreciate your vulnerability though. How you just you tell, like we all do, but when we take time to tell our story, like I'm such a fan of your story. I hope that doesn't sound generic in any kind of way, you know what I mean?
Thank you
But
so
I
much.
just love your strength and your hurt, just everything that you bring in your poetry. Hell yeah. So hell yeah. You plug yourself, love.
I don't know if you can see my stuff, like my @ on the chat, on the on the spotlight. It's my Instagram is @cadáveres, like cadavers with an extra E, literarios, like literary, except with RIOS at the very end. If you cannot spell that, you can find me also on Facebook, and it's Lee Martinez Soto, and that's it. Oh yeah, and we have 2 releases coming out this Thursday. We have the release of Life in the Time at what's it called, the Old Sheepdog Brewery, which I'm assuming Rishi will mention more about that going on. And then we have the El Paso Community College Chrysalis issue coming out as well, and we'll have a virtual literary fiesta, I believe. It's on October the 9th, which you can all attend if you want to as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, love. Heck yeah, poetry on the move. Heck yeah. Life in the Time. It's finally got published, and not finally, but I mean, I'm just saying we're going to have a book release for it next Thursday, and we'll get into that a little more later. Okay, so next we have our dynamic duo, the other part of our dynamic duo, Mr. Kid Reed. What's up, Kid? Hey, Kid.
I'm doing pretty well. Can you hear me okay?
Heck yeah, you good. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing great. Just another great night here. Surreptitiously watching football on my phone because I have a problem. I'll go back and see y'all again on the YouTube. I heard most of you. Okay, I'm gonna 2 of mine and then the cover poem. This one's new. Just wrote it on Saturday at Tumbleworks. I am not sure if writers have the power that they claim. I think we must claim it to give us the sense of purpose we need to finish and the bravado to force people to look. But we cannot control what people see when they look. At our best, we are plain-spoken warning signs. It's ridiculous that we're needed at all. Please leave the swords in their display. Please do not feed the bears. Come on, please. I read an interview with a park ranger who said with the good humor of someone who truly loves their job that the problem with dumpsters near campsites is that the smartest bear is better at spatial reasoning than the dumbest human. So it is with writing for a cause. The most graspable, immediate, bloodied pieces get carried away by bears to mean what the bears want. The bears want only food. If it is intricate and sly and completely fully realized, both humans and bears will give up and try the next dumpster. Don't misunderstand me. We should not all quit and be welders. It is good to write. It is necessary to write. I don't know about power, but there is purpose. There should be a record of our failures. There should be a vision of the future that leaches the color out of the present. We should never be allowed to think that this is the best we can do. And some old shit. This is
wow. Wow, that was great. Thank you, Kit.
Thank you, Speed. Okay, this one it's my personal favorite of all of mine, if I'm allowed to have such a thing, if I'm allowed to make a critical judgment of myself. Might not be allowed. I'll talk it over with the committee. But anyway, the comedians have renounced raunch and transphobia and hatred in general. They have seen their folly, they tell me. They credit me for their Damascene moments. They line up and say sorry and thank you as if it is all one word, a chant for newly shaved Hare Krishnas. They have set up this event, the first of its kind post-pandemic, to prove their sincerity to me. One approaches the mic, and then another. They are all reading aloud from the same worn copy of Capitalism and Schizophrenia by Giles Deleuze. They pass the one copy between themselves as they all take their turn, going for exactly 7 minutes each. It has a used tag from a college bookstore, University of Vermont. Charlie the Catamount is just barely smiling at me from the crinkled sticker in the spine. Their faces as they perform are intense, and as the others sit and watch, they are rapt. One is taking notes. My companion and I retreat to the patio, and by his leave, I smoke my first cigarette in 2 years. One by one, the comedians follow me out, eager and pleading like seminary students. Is this better? Are we better, Kit? Have we made up for our sins and our wayward lives? The truth is, I don't know. The truth is, I thought I would always have to fight the comedians for saying one awful thing or another. I viewed it as a responsibility I had to sing. And the truth is, I have a middle management bred paranoia about what it means when a responsibility gets taken away. The truth is, I like to fight against the comedians so much that I never gave a thought to what victory would look like. The truth is, I confess to the one with the notebook, I haven't read very much theory. And now the cover, you'll give me 1 second now while it loads. This is a little different. This is actually a very brief excerpt from a novel I'm in the middle of. This is from The Twilight Zone by Nona Fernandez, which despite its title, is not about the sci-fi anthology series of the same name. It's about the dirty wars in Chile and the disappeared people under the presidency of General Pinochet. And there are bits that scan like poems that are written from a secret policeman turned whistleblower. And so I'm going to read, this is a very brief excerpt. Yes, sometimes I dream of rats, dark rooms and rats, of men and women screaming, and of letters from the future asking about the screams. I don't remember anymore what the screams say or what the letters say. All that's left are the rats. I went to a psychiatrist to get rid of them. She sent me for an encephalogram. I saw an x-ray of my head. I looked for the rats so I could cut them out with scissors, but they weren't there. They were hiding in the shadows. They made me stack cubes. They made me take tests. They said the rats were there because I was worried about money. They said I was tense, nervous, that a few pills would help. I never told them what was happening to me. I never told them about my job and how it was sickening me. They were doctors from the intelligence service. I couldn't tell them the truth. Then I couldn't take it anymore. I went to the magazine and I did what I did. You told it better than I could. Your imagination is clearer than my memory.
Awesome. Kid.
Damn, that was amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Wow, okay. You're such a polished reader, love. And you know, you give us a little drama, you know, you give us eyes, you know, you sell it, you know, you perform it. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you, man. Heck yeah.
High school theater coming out.
Yeah, man. Theater's kids one time. Okay. You need some theater in your life. You need it. Heck yeah. Go ahead and plug yourself, kid.
I would love to. Instagram at Kit Renaway, Facebook at down here. I went out of order. I apologize. Twitter at Kit Talk Sports, Kofi.com/KitRen. There's some lovely essays about the history of American football on there, and a little mechanism to tip me if you feel so inclined. There's also PayPal. There's also an email. I am the host isn't quite the right word. I'm the facilitator for Tumblewords right now, while our usual host, Donna Snyder, goes through some problems with her housing environment. October 2nd is Miriam Sagan. That's this Saturday. She's a pretty big name in the Southwest. It should be a lot of fun. And Thursday, Life in the Time. I got my copy. But yeah, the release on Thursday at Old Sheepdog. So if you're local, go ahead. And if you're not local, get on the road.
Do about 90. Okay, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Awesome. Thank you, kid. Thank you so much, love. Woo. One time for Tumblewords, and Donna Snyder was sending you love, sending her love. Tumblewords was awesome this weekend, as it normally is. When I get to show up, it is just, yeah, it's usually always tugging where I need to be tugged. So yes, grateful for awesome workshops, for everybody that facilitates them. It ain't easy, but it's good work. Heck yeah. So thank you for that. All right. Next, we are going to hear from the Urban Cowboy Poet. How are you this evening?
I'm great as always.
Awesome. So good to have you.
Good to be had. There we are. I didn't know there was a theme. You had an erotic theme or not?
Not necessarily. You can totally do what you want.
Or a grief, because I don't usually do erotica, but I can do close. I did a few lines from the song in my stand-up act almost 40 years ago in San Francisco, and I'll do that Don't know why I got ropers on my thigh, and you're in leather. Since Tinder brought us together, it keeps paining all the time. Strip me bare, then you whip me everywhere. Horny leather, just can't tie my own self together. I'm bleeding all the time. So I updated that a little bit. I actually did that when my mom and my baby sister had flown out and visited, and they were in the audience at the time. And now I do a piece that I wrote for Marissa's After Hours, not recorded part. But then I adapted it when Advocate and knew you had a theme. What people say about me or how people see me. So, which is that second half is basically a disclaimer of the first half, but I'll do the whole thing. Dirty old man. Just a minute. Marissa said I'm not one, but I say, and please don't throw up. Dirty old man is what I've always aspired to when I grow up. Maybe you don't picture me as a geezer who wallows in dirt, but when I pop a blue pill, I'll chase any young thing in a skirt. I do get offers from ladies my age most every other day. I'm flattered Ma Dukes has a crush on me, but she's so far away. Why limit myself? I've got money and time. Out there is a whole wide world. Now I can do what I've wanted to do since college, pick up college girls. Oh, hot young thing might look at me and say I'm some old fatty. But if she needs help with student loans, she'll want a sugar daddy. I want the girl of my dreams to answer, don't look at me with scorn. When I ask, darling, where have you been all my life? 2/3 of it, I wasn't born. But friends don't actually see me like this, more like a jolly old elf. Maybe these people who know me better than I know myself. They're more aware than I that these are daydreams in my head, and I'm just not the type to lure young co-eds to my bed. Cute chicks and films make me watch them, and ads, they make me buy things. But will I really pursue them? This old chicken's seen too many springs. And I found that women my age, that is, the ones who aren't dead, have interesting tales about their lives, and I've listened to what they said. I've met ladies who still look good, and I can tell they used to be hot. They still crave a good man like me, and they know what to use what they've got. They see me as a gentleman with a kind heart and goodwill, important qualities in a man, along with a supply of blue pills. I still dream of young beauties when I'm home and want to relax. So what do I do when I'm all alone? That's none of your beeswax. If I see a young hottie walking down the street, you know I'll check out her fanny and think maybe. Oh, where was I? Oh, please introduce me to your granny. Thank you.
Nice. That was good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was awesome. Oh yeah. Thank you for that piece, Mr. Cowboy Poet. Go ahead.
Cowboy Poetry on YouTube and Facebook.
Awesome. Yes, thank you. You guys are willing for the theme tonight. Not that it was necessarily a theme, but but I appreciate you being willing. That is just and bringing all your different flavors of it. That's just awesome. That's the magic right there. All right. So speaking of magic, next we have my Rass, my darling. La Tormenta to the stage. How are you, sweet pea?
I am amazing. It is so good to see you run this shit every time. I gotta tell you, every time.
every time I see you, I gotta make sure I tell you that I love you and that I'm proud of you. But when I see you do this shit, I'm even more proud. I got 2 pieces. You can find me on, let me put myself on gallery view because I'm cute, but not that cute. 2 pieces, Instagram, Facebook, Medium, Amanda Ashley, Villanueva. Shout out to the BWOMS squad. Shout out to Richie, Kid, Fishnet Poet, all of y'all. I love you. Okay, 2 pieces. The first one is called Captain of My Caribeña. I wrote this for the New York Poets Cafe for the pirate theme. I performed it at the Wild Poets Again event this past weekend. So it was so nice to see some of you in person. Okay, let's get into it. Captain of My Caribeña. When I say I miss the way you made this tropical island breeze seethe, it is to say no one conquers this territorial territory como tú, glaring at mother morning moon, consumed by swoon of your constellation, out of body into soul vibrations, the closest to God I've ever been. The best thing since validated sin, how I grin from ear to ear when you dock ship in this princess, no jasmine, but enough precious petals to make this planet go extinct. Distinct, definitive diction, #1 fan, no fiction in this piece. The story goes that she was an open book, but a closed film filled with dark negatives, bright with words, dull in visuals, too restless to be instinctual, no need to fiend for fentanyl when love be the shiniest pill to get addicted to, counting bruises, deciphering which bites came from you, your bars, splitting open half-truths, neglect be the reason I had to follow suit. I penned warnings, painting all side effects of loving seeded fruit, only to get you stuck in my tooth with no option left to true, deleting all false hopes for part 2. This is the last poem I pour out for you. This is where the discrepancies of Avenue D refused to miss a beat, offered to give up her seat for someone much more pleasant than me, much more equipped to dismantle defeat. I am beat. So while this heart beats for you, I will find somebody new or old who knows how to let me fold into wilted domino pieces. No pizza, no sharing the last slice, occupied with whys and why not. And what if this knot in my stomach didn't exist? Would we find magic? Would this tragic symphony still be wiped clean? Would I regret my choice to leave? I doubt it. This misfit misses your nervous system's kisses. Still no jasmine, but enough precious petals to make this planet go extinct. Distinct, definitive, fiction, #1 fan, no fiction in this piece. Second piece is called Two-Faced. I performed this today at the New York as well. Two-Faced. I spoiled her too much. I didn't give her enough. She prefers lessons like she prefers love, nice and rough, tough with a tender epicenter. She ungrateful, she not thankful. She as lazy as frozen totones tucked in a Goya box. She not whitewashed, but more drastically reaping the seeping effects of colonization. She crafted a broken home from broken bones of last lusted comfort. She deserves every gift. She deserves to get lifted. She deserves rest at any given moment. She, her only relevant opponent. She made one too many mistakes. She, irredeemable. She, a disgrace. She, nothing to be ashamed of, for shame keeps you small. She, a lost cause, lost in the whipped frosting of dead cake. She, the hands that created and baked said cake. Befriending terror is a losing game, a translucent mask for pain, an act of sprinting in place. I dare you to own this escape. I dare you to call out this rage. I dare you to deep dive into this massive manic hole on your page and in your heart. Falling apart was never a part of the plan. Your hands demand to ask, what is love, if not warm smoke dripping from my favorite gun, if not flavorless chewing gum, if not everything I've been sung, if not this red atomic sun tasting of brown sugared rum under my splintered tongue, if not a demented picnic with weighted blankets of poverty, delivering the only express lane to nap time. Is it a crime? Sade hums on the sidelines. Of course it is. Are you too? A bed of roses rising from rusting concrete. Is your love for me obsolete? Is this party the last place you remind me to breathe? Is this tormented city where you dream of finally getting sleep? Do both of your faces tell the same story? Your morals, are they boring? A silent storm snoring in my ear to verify I can still hear the soundtrack of your life enmeshed in mine. I still need time and you still so fucking fine. I can't stop crying, dry, bottomless tears of rolled gold champagne. This oil-stained apron has your fingerprints all over it. As I book this one-way flight back to Europe, I have two faces, and you're the only one who knows both by heart. Thank you.
Woo! Dope pieces, dope pieces.
That's amazing.
As always, you know,
Yo.
she's bringing the snowstorms from New York to Los Angeles.
Oh man. Yeah.
She might be the reason why California's gonna have storms.
You know what I mean? There's a storm coming in her name.
Because we don't have them out here enough.
Heck yeah, love. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Yeah. Self-actualizing love, you know, redefining love. We're talking a lot about love tonight. I appreciate that. Yeah, because it's just what it is. It's in the stars. But anyway, thank you for bringing your, you still so damn fine. Thank you, man. That was a gorgeous ass piece, though.
Let's Cameron, give us Cameron.
How can we find you? Follow you, love. What you got going on? You got anything going on the next?
Let me see. I don't have anything going on right now, but that's not gonna be for long. I've been hiding under a rock for a little bit, which has been nice because I write a lot about resting, and sometimes hiding is good medicine. But yeah, once I have all the things, I will come back and share all the goods with you guys. I love you guys so much.
Hiding is good medicine. Yeah, I'm putting that in the chat so we remember that. So we see that in words. I didn't spell that right. Y'all bear with me. I know how to spell medicine. Just cross-eyed right now. Okay. Anyway. All right. Yeah. Hiding. We do have to cocoon sometimes. Yeah. So
Medicine is good too.
Oh yeah. We have to take time.
Just don't let Marissa get too worried about you.
Right. Then it does come a point where we have to come look for you poetically. Hello. Where are you at? Especially if you don't say something before you leave. But anyway. What a nice dynamic duo right here. So next we have to the stage the beautiful, my Lotus, Miss Finbell. Hi, darling. How are you?
Darling, it's beautiful to see your face and to have you hosting. That is the highlight for me. That's actually one of the first BWOMS that I ever went to. You were hosting and I was addicted. Yeah. So I was not aware that there was a sensual theme. So I'm just going to go with the theme for Nuyo. I'm going to start with a borrowed poem. Oh, am I supposed to tell about all my stuff first? So Michael Sindler is on my podcast this week. He gave me 7 beautiful, amazing, heartbreaking vignettes. Please listen to it. And upcoming on TPL on the Poets Lighthouse is Poet Emeritus of Literature with De La Salle University in the Philippines, Marjorie Evasco. But that has not been posted yet. Right now we have button poetry poet, Sean, what's his name again? Oh my God, Sean Patrick Mulroy. I'm sorry, Sean, I momentarily forgot your name. So this is called The Rules by Leila Shati. There will be no stars. The poem has had enough of them. I think we can agree we no longer believe there is anyone in any poem who is just now realizing they are dead. So let's stop talking about it. The skies of this poem are teeming with winged things, and not a single innominate bird. You're welcome. Here, no monarchs, no moths, no cicadas doing what they do in the trees. If this poem is in summer, punctuating the blue, forgive me, I forgot. There is no blue in this poem. You'll find the occasional pelixenid wasp, proposals vaporized and exorbitant, angels looking as they should. If winter unsentimental sleeped, this poem does not take place at dusk or dawn, or noon, or the witching hour, or the crescendoing moment of our own remarkable birth. It is 2:53 in this poem, a Tuesday, and everyone in it is still at work. This poem has no children. It is trying to be taken seriously. This poem has no shards, no kittens, no myths or fairy tales, no pomegranates or rainbows, no ex-boyfriends or manifest lovers, no mothers. God, no mothers. No God about which the poem must admit it's relieved. There is no heart in this poem, no bodily secretion, no body referred to as the body. No one dies or is dead in this poem. Everyone in this poem is alive and pretty okay with it. This poem will not use the word beautiful, for it resists calling a thing what it is. So what if I'd like to tell you how I walked last night, glad, truly glad, for the first time in a year to be breathing, in the cold dark to see them, the stars, I mean. Oh hell, before something stops me, I nearly wept on the sidewalk at the sight of them all. And then this one is a short poem of mine that I did for the New Year a while ago. Where did it go? It's gone. Oh no. And I dedicate this to the song in Into the Woods, into the musical Into the Woods, called Last Midnight. I call this Last Midnight Found. It was for New Year's Unspoken Rules theme a while ago. There you smile. Lies taste like candy, bribes. You're so nice. You're not good. Razzle dazzle. Tinsel floats in my eyes. You're not bad. You're just nice. How that's blurred. No facts matter when you state I'm not good. No, I'm not nice. When you think good means nice, you've been duped. I'm just right. And so now I'm the witch, you're the world. Oh, too lazy. Can't sniff falsehood, we part ways. I'm a hitch. I'm what no one believes, but they know deep inside how it burns. I'm the witch. Burn the witch, you're all liars and thieves. Burn the witch, turn the spit, taste my words. Like the father, like the girl will be too. Like the world, why seek truth in the company of fools? Oh, why bother? You'll just do what you do. The end. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, Finn, that was amazing.
That was
Oh.
Yes, Finn, that was gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. That was so beautiful, though. Heck yeah. Thank you for that, man. Wow. Let us know what you have going on, Miss Finn. What you got, if you got something going on this week, how we can support you.
For this coming Thursday, Fincabulary is going to be overtaken. It's going to be hijacked by a pirate named Nicholas Pelelogos. It's a late celebration for his birthday. So he takes over Fincabulary. He does whatever he wants to do. It's this Thursday at the usual time. Yeah, the usual time for Fincabulary. And if you guys want an invite, just message me through whatever way that you're connected to me, and I will give you the invite to Nick's birthday party. And that's all.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you so much, though. Thank you for coming out tonight and sharing your beautiful poetry with us. Your song, that was beautiful. Hell yes. All right, next we have to the stage, we have Mr. Abraham.
Hello, hello.
Darling, how you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Good, good. Good to have you with us, brother. Take the mic when you're ready.
Okay.
You got some TV on or something in the background?
Oh, yeah, let me turn off the TV real quick. Right. 1 second. My dog's in here too, so sorry. All right, so I'm gonna share with you guys 2 pieces. One of them is an erotica piece that I just finished actually not too long ago as other folks were reading their stuff. But before I get to that, I'm gonna share this one. It's titled Healthy, but I kind of broke it into 2 words, heal thy. Heal thy heart, heal thy mind, heal thy body, heal thy soul. Heal thy thoughts, heal thy feelings, heal thy actions, heal thy words with a steady diet of knowledge and wisdom. Heal thy head, heal thy feet, heal thy backbone, heal thy gut. Heal thy open hands, heal thy clenched fist, heal thy outstretched arms, heal thy girded loins with the supplements of courage and faith. Heal thy eyes with a glorious vision of justice. Heal thy ears with a triumphant sound of joy. Heal thy nose with a sweet aroma of peace. Heal thy hands with a soothing touch of equity. Heal thy mouth with a delicious taste of victory. But first, we must acknowledge that every part of our being is not healthy. Then look at ourselves dead square in the eyes in front of our mirrors and say, thou shalt heal thyself from all the toxins thou ate, drank, pissed, shitted, inhaled, and exhaled while occupying toxic spaces in this place called world. Only when we individually recognize that our humanity is in critical condition and dire need of life support with a breath of fresh air to blow away societal divisions, an abundant supply of blood to wipe out old institutions of exploitation and murder, plus a massive amount of golden rates to build new solid bodies that will provide the service of care to nurse us back to health, will this disease-infested world make a full recovery and be exactly where we want it to be, healthy for all. That's the first piece. And the second piece is called Miss Vagina. Yeah, I figure you will respond like that. Miss Vagina, how I enjoy stroking your precious clit with the tip of my tongue, kissing your voluptuous lips in languages I cannot speak, being hooked on the phonetic sounds of your earth-shattering orgasms, quenching my quenching my throat's insatiable thirst with your homemade organic cunt juice. Slurp after slurp, gulp after gulp, swallowing your kitty cat's queefing moans, stuttering syllables, me, ow. releasing you from the punitive prison of sexual suppression. Your gorgeous twat has been sober for way too long. Time to make your clean coochie dirty. Get you high off my Super Johnson, because this big, black, muscular Peter of mine is like crack on steroids, always hard as a rock. When you eagerly pluck off your G-string, rightly open your tight cookie, happily welcome me to hump inside, freely lather my penis and scrotum with your rich, creamy pie lotion, joyfully moisturizing my dick and balls, aggressively slamming your pussy and asshole because my cock is a beast. An unapologetically merciless missionary, building my temple on your sacred plot with this sledgehammer between my thighs, pounding your feline from the back because she likes to be dressed doggy style, covered in the apparel of my semen, like a nail piercing your room, hanging sonograms of the fetuses I planted in your beautiful garden, waiting for the seeds to emerge from your fertilized black soil. And that's that in peace.
Sheesh. Excuse me. I was speechless a little bit. Woo, 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 woo! Yes, wow. Yeah, Abraham, look. You can't be disappearing nowhere. You hear me? You can't be just falling off the face of the earth. No, no, you see, yeah. But wow, it's been months since I've heard some of your erotic. Months.
Well, that's the first one I've written in months.
All right. So I gotta fuss at you a little bit about
Abraham,
that.
you didn't need the word unapologetically. We knew that.
Oh.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be over talking anybody. But yeah. Woo! Thank you for that, for all that beautiful deliciousness. We appreciate that. That was wonderful. Plug yourself, Lovey. What you got going on? If you got something.
I don't have anything quite yet, you know. I'm just hitting up as many lives as I can, you know. And, you know, I'm still writing, so I'm posting whenever I can post on my Instagram. I haven't posted much lately up until today, but, you know, I will be posting videos of these things as soon as, you know, I get the chance to when I have downtime. But, you know, eventually, you know, I'm going to start typing these things on Microsoft and, you know, putting some of it out there for publication, you know, so just looking around, you know, locally, you know, and then later, hopefully, you know, I could go across the states and spit some of these pieces.
Awesome, love. Thank you so
much. Where are you? LA?
I'm in, yeah, I'm in Long Beach, but you know, it's LA County. Yeah,
I know
so
Long Beach.
Yeah, so
Long Beach, Cali. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, poet. Woo! Okay.
All right. All right.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yes, thank you so much for that. Okay, so now we have coming to the stage my exquisite, beautiful, awesome, amazing, wonderful friend that I am so grateful to call friend. And she sits on the phone with me at night and encourages me, and we workshop poems. She's like a real friend of mine, yo. This ain't just Zoom, you know what I mean?
Anyway, we're real. Poet is real.
It's just brought quality people in my life, man. I'm grateful for poetry for so many reasons, but that's one of them as well. So anyway,
we can spit poetry in the pool. Yes.
We just did all of it. It was great. So man, it's so good to have you tonight. She's wearing my necklaces. Just throwing that out there. Woo woo. Heck yeah. And Marissa's ears. Heck yeah. So anyway, so good to have you, Miss Bappy, my Kimlin. Take the mic when you're ready, love.
All right. Thank you so much, Poet Khan. And you are doing such a fabulous job as host tonight. And I thank you so much to Kit and to Richie that once again, I have this awesome, beautiful, safe space that I can share my work. So this is for Brian because he saw that I posted some pictures of my food and he says, you got to write about that. So I'm writing about it, especially in light of how things taste. My diabetes medication confuses my taste buds. It tastes like metal Mental miscoding, misaligned taste buds, synesthesia of flavors. I bite into cake and taste, lick rust on hard iron. I consume calories, but I have no joy. Once I lived to eat, now I eat to live. Food is medicine. It tastes like iodine. Dine on bloody cockles 24/7, live shellfish blanched with hot water, until they open, vulnerable, pry their shells or apart, dripping, limp, orange flesh hangs on, dip in black soy sauce, with red, hot, spicy chili padi. When I sip communion wine, all I taste is metallic blood. I taste nothingness. Nothing bursts of flavor like emptiness. My stomach growls in the kitchen. Memories of sourdough rising, slow-cooked stews and curries simmered. Spaghetti bolognese cultivates for 2 hours, leftovers into egg-fried rice with wok hei. Empty carry-out bags, boxes, strewn counters, DoorDash and Postmates deliveries. My children ask in hushed tones, is Mommy ever going to cook again? I turn away sadly, feeling void in my gut. So if I had my hat, I guess I've got my little ears, so that's good enough. I'm going to be covering a poem by the anonymous poet from Singapore called G Suite. You asked for help in Google Sheets because you know how I excel in the sheets and skillful in entry. You had issues with separation by commas, but we are a pair of inverted commas, like an inseparable coupled 69. You asked for my assistance in Google Forms because you are informed about how on form I am when it comes to filling a form as little attractive as yours, to key myself into the blank between thighs as you require my entry before submitting all responses captured upon completion. You know fully well my competency in unzipping and how compression feels like when I pack my information lightly into your folder opened for me. After all, a sperm contains 37.5 megabytes of data, and my ejaculation transfers 15,875 gigabytes of genetic information to you from my hard disk. Even if you do not store it internally, I am certain you trust in my prowess when it comes to the sweet. So a poem like that deserves a response. So this is my response. Dum, 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da. Da 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 dum 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 dum. Air on G string. Slowly rest your heartbeat to my bass. Strings plucked one by one. Draw over my body with your bow, coaxing each note. Softly whispering hums, resonating echoes in my vacuous, voluptuous form. Be not deceived. Hush, do not rush. Legato offers crescendo, dynamics from pianissimo to fortissimo. Playing melodies evoke harmonics, hopes of ascension. This is divine foretaste, foreplay of movements to come. Take a breath, open your eyes, and see me wearing nothing but a G-string.
Nice, nice.
Cumberland Town Bappy, Linktree.
Yes.
I can't do
You know
that.
it. It's because Khan's wearing that doggone fishnet. Everybody's doing his erotic.
So everyone, this is my link tree for you those who are in Facebook. That's where you can find me. I'm really excited about a one-woman show that's about to be produced. The first half will be my trauma set. It's called Story Time. So the first half will be the poetry of pottery, which was recorded on Fincabulary's podcast, but this time it will be the full share screen and production. And the second half would be The Blue Mermaid with Mermaid Tales and Siren Song. So if you want to catch a little bit of the Blue Mermaid, come check out my upcoming show. It's not quite up for Eventbrite yet, but it's something for us to look forward to. I'm excited about it.
Yes, yes, and we are normalizing being excited. Dang it, awesome! Thank you for that, Kim Lynn. Yes, the levels that you can go with erotica. You know, y'all are definitely demonstrating that tonight. I just want to say that. Yes, it is beautiful. Okay, woo. Yes. So next we have Mr. Nick Paleologos. Pow! Got the name right twice. How you doing, love?
I'm doing well. Like I get to hear you now twice hosting. This is awesome. Double fun. I love it.
Double host night, right? Heck yeah.
Hey.
It was. Heck yeah. So glad that you're here with us tonight. Heck yeah. And take the mic when you're ready.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, PoetCon. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Kit. Thank you, all y'all at BWOMS. So I'm going to go give you two. We're going to do the erotic thing tonight. So, I have a new erotic piece that I wrote, and this is kind of tied into the New Year theme, so I'd like to write to that. So here we go. This one's called It Starts With a Word. That whisper to my ear. A crisp airy of a word, caress my mind, pull it across platforms. Strung out status, grimy as muck through mud, wash away dust. Reincarnate, true vision. She wore a dress. Devils dare not touch, beauty within my eye, goddamn. Involved my mind, invoked, erotic, sticky thoughts become sultry sheets. You and I are empowered. Howl as wolves do, fuck as dogs do. Unspoken rule. Ask for permission. She doesn't want to instruct you. The tongue isn't just for taste. Unspoken are actions. Spank, pull, scratch, turn emerald in trance, northern lit eyes, nose smell clarity, mouth is supposed to scream without a word to understand. Moans, don't corral it. Leashes are meant for pet play. Dark pulses course along as warnings, climax comes a long way. Leashed, inside, engulfed, digested, realization. Did nasty, proactive, provocative, coiled are the bodies. Souls scream as the lights go out. Fuck. That was one. And I was going to do my grief poem, but I think I don't want to end on a bad note. So I'm going to do an old erotic piece that I have in that I dug up from the crevices. This one's called Celestial Fruits. I want you to touch my face with your hand. Don't worry if the layers come undone. It might feel like sand. It's seeing the essence of my spirit. That is the outcome. I caress yours. My heartbeat races. My love for you soars. Your spirit is like mine, fills my empty spaces. I know you are curious. I am too. Awkward makes us delirious. Undress our clothes. Feel our bodies. Taste me. I smell of honeydew. My emotions are ablaze. I want to taste the peach. I ask to lick that and your melons as I beseech. Need not worry about the viscosity of our fluids. Taste many heavens. I don't need all that though. Let's just embrace, clutch each other tight, grow the gardens with the seeds we sow, keep the kindling burning. We will never have to reignite. We are more than human in this fusion, two lost souls among the planet, strung out. We are closer than ever. It was all an illusion. Our love is still as tasteful as pomegranate. As the seasons change, trees stop bearing fruit. Our love will not dry out like the apples and grapes. Never let our roots become destitute. I will always love you. I hope it is reciprocated as our love continues to morph and change shapes. And that's them pieces.
Wow. What? Forgive me. I glitched a little bit on my end. What was the last line?
The last line
I will
of
always love you. And then.
Oh, I gotcha. I hope it is reciprocated as our love continues to morph and change shapes.
Nick. Wow.
Woo!
Sensual Nick. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff.
That was so beautiful. So beautiful. Touched my face. I'm gonna break my face. I was like, yes, my face. Yeah, wow. Okay, Nick. So what you got going on, Lovey? Plug yourself.
So you could follow me at The Real Nick P on IG. It's TheRealNickP. I do have a link tree. You can get all my cool stuff that I'm doing and everything. My next mic is going to be, well, I got two that I'm running. This Wednesday, I have one. Word is right. It's in the works. Thursday, I'll be doing that with vocabulary, and then October 6th, I have another mic. So I'm going to be busy with hosting for a bit. My book is going to be coming out in the winter. Ad versus Reaction. I just got my third peer review back, and people are and it's coming along really, really well. And I just got my book cover. Like I'm seeing it. I'm like, oh my god, this is real. So I'm like, yo, this is real.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Hell yeah, love. Congratulations to everybody publishing. All the poet moves we're making, man. Just want to love on everybody. Love on New Jersey. But just love on everybody for taking this COVID time to be productive in poetry. That's some amazing stuff that we did right there. I'm proud of us. And yeah, Jersey, man. Yeah. Shout out to the winter poets. Woo, woo, woo. It's going down, man. It's beautiful. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, love. Oh, man. Okay. Let me find the list one more time. All right. Okay, next we have Mr. Tezozomo. Mr. Tez coming to the mic. How you doing? How are you tonight? Got the guitar? Yes. Do your thing. I'm a mute.
Poems are kind of short, and then in one song. You can find me on Instagram under Gaseous 2019 for the title of my first book, available on Amazon. The first piece is titled Coyote Plays with the Mob. Coyote, by his very nature, is a scrapper, opportunist, and a territorial beast. Void of language, it must hunt a line of flight between alienation, empire, politics, and coyote. Could rip all the restraints of enlightened culture, linguistic enclosure, the surplus accumulation from regimes of signification, leverage the semiotic slippage, stealth the force of law, and shred the abject, obedient people. Its orthography is cartography. It must continually mark territory via its testosterone-laden scent, mark land tenure, depleted food caches, long-distance sex recognition, social status, reproductive conditions, and direct dispersing patterns. Coyote's been around since the social imagination alienated it from the territory, from Costa Rica to northern Alaska, and coast to coast across the continent, the highest density in the Great Plains. Coyote isn't much different than humans. Aside from being a fearless biped more than anything else, humans' ability to draw boundaries, such boundaries, none is more important than that between social classes. Coyote is an organization of flesh into a body with agency and fidelity with nature, not repressing the real experiences of the flesh, such as desire, hunger, thirst, anguish, or fear, and to be guided by animal instincts. Humans are animals that negate nature, negate it through labor, destroying it and changing it into an artificial world, and negate life creating activity. Coyote knows how to sit on the periphery, watch the prey with no more to lose, and resort to violence, cheering the masses. It was rigged, described how corrupt, and yelping. And we fight like hell. If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have any more. Coyote knows militia groups proclaim to buy weapons, to organize, to train, to defend the population against tyranny. Yet these groups are anti-authority and profess an attitude of self-reliance. Coyote plays on the paradox. They don't actually take totalitarianism, authority, and the status quo ideology very seriously. They only profess as if they believe. Coyote fears the hangings along the stretch of the Capitol House fence post, the archaic rancher tradition. The coyote hangings with the origins of the mid-1900s signal the saturation of predators, the proof of kill to collect the Texas heartbeat bounty, and finally to keep other coyotes away. That's the end of piece number 1. Starting piece number 2, semiotic destructuring. We really can't close ourselves up. Even if we want to break away, we are trapped between the neuroses and anxiety of the open system. By design, we regularly exchange feedback with our external environment. The epitome of the open system is that we skate the libidinal exo-endo full spectrum exchange of deficits versus surpluses. Trepidate the unthrottled sensory inputs, processes, outputs, goals, assessments, and judgments, isolated by equifinality of the selective epidermal boundary, the evolutionary psychology which has shed the revolution and settled for therapeutics, mostly on the nature of nonviolent violence via Freud's linguistic castration. The destructuring Derridian semiotics and its slippery slippage between the real and the semiotic collapses either neuroses or anxiety. Abandoning the archaeology of violence weakens the structure of semiotic chaining in the desiring corpse, signaling that structured subjectivity is chained as the shadow of language. The phenomenology of lack as the byproduct of dialectic recognition wages emancipation against the closure and finitude of language. The transcendentalization of the familial Western Oedipal structure provides a very reductive feel of social and cultural identities. Merely wrapping the gynocentrism in the prosthetic vaginal labia of the impotent discourses of phallogocentrism just won't do. In the expected struggle for recognition of differences, in the revolt for equality, the subject falls for the paradox of the Trojan horse of identity. If all differences are equal, then there is no difference. End poem.
Were you gonna go into a song?
Yeah, I'm switching breeds, and then we'll do a sound check. All right. Let me know what you... Looks good, Richie?
Yeah, loud and clear. Sounds great.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can hold it together, Richie. Cheer me on, Richie. So I singing my life with her word, killing me softly, her song, killing me softly with her song, telling my whole life with her words, killing me softly with her song. Strumming my pain with her fingers, singing my life with her word, killing me softly with her song, killing me softly with her song, telling my whole life with her killing me softly with her song.
Man, I thought I was plucking G strings. This dude is plucking all of them. He's plucking from A to Z.
Oh
One
man!
time.
Wow!
Two times.
3 times.
Nice,
Wow.
man.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's giving them songasms.
That was so sick. Oh man, that was just so just a guitar version. It was just beautiful. I love your voice. It was beautiful, Taz. Wow, you did that. Heck
Yeah, I gotta say, add really quick. I'm really happy that you've been playing recently at these, and also that you've been taking like the finger style approach, because that takes a lot of practice and dexterity. So like, props on that, man. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. 2 weeks in a row now that you got that style. Sweet, man.
Dope.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you.
That was so great, love. You you plug yourself, love. If you
Well, I just got my artwork for my book from my niece. I'm really excited. She just did an awesome job, and I'm totally excited. I'm in my final proofs, so hopefully at the end of the year I'll also have my second book out. So gotta keep up with the young folk here. They're ramming me down, running me off the road like an old man,
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for what you bring to our mic. It is just so needed and appreciated. And I appreciate you. Heck yeah. Okay, let's see. And we're back. See who we got. First of all, I want to acknowledge all my East Coast peeps. I know it's late. We hanging in here tough. I appreciate you. And just everybody. It's late. I mean, it's a little. Anyway, appreciate you sticking in here with us, because let me get some tissue. No. Well, anyway, we have I'm trying to be all poetic, but Patty, my beautiful Patty, my amazing pen, Patty, it has been too long. Please tell me you're in here. I will go text you, find you if you're not in here right now. Are you here, Patty?
I'm here.
Yay! Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead, love.
All right, 2 poems, jumping in. I could call you the forgotten strawberries at the very back of the fridge, hidden beyond dates of soon-to-bes. Simply regret. But I know I'll buy you again once more, and the story would be called a sequel of poor funding as each bundle marks a relapse. I could define you as a bitter taste of spat sour milk, but it would be called ordinary, typical almost, for expecting the sweetness of newly sprouted love to not expire as a grime of bacteria grows within its cells. Tragedy. No, for foreshadowing has punched the words right out of your mouth as you swallow each single tooth and choke on the decay of overjoyed decaying cavities. I'd call you by the mark label red wine not stained among the white sofa cushions, but rather on the silk flow of a floral dress who never knew what it meant to be wrinkled on the living room carpet. Heels that never bent from city sidewalks, unworn even though she danced around them each night in her bedroom to classics. I'd call you the flickering light bulb in the one room you never dare step into until the deepest storm of the night demands you to venture to the basement where the creak of the floorboards warn you, but you still continue. I'd call you the forgotten second after the chime of midnight. Whoever quotes the moment past midnight, I'd call you overdue, overdraft, bank fees. Irrelevant New York taxi rides 1 block away and starry nights with no downpour. I'd even go so far as calling you the one love I could never love from again once more. All right, that was the first piece. Second piece. I remember the first time I said, I love you. But I don't remember you ever staying long enough to end that sentence without the question mark. I remember the first time the structure of my frame melted within the framework of yours. The coldness of the degrees didn't allow the fuse of our iron rods to connect. Rather, the echo of our hearts pounding on opposite pulses forced your arms to retract back to the sides of your waist. I can't even remember what the word love meant without the use of empty hallways and broken sentences in which sorry was always a leading character. I can't even remember when the reflection began to mirror the skeleton of an image who dents the cushions with overweight baggage. Could you even sketch the lines of my face without the guided handbook in your hands of a cookie-cutter love story that truly isn't ours? Could you even recite my name without the name tag on my blouse? If the God of our souls dropped us between the ends of one single road, tell me, somehow differently, that we wouldn't linger at the ends and never find the meet in between. Tell me how we wouldn't stroll in the lands behind us to never move forward with each other again. I can almost remember the first time I told you I loved you. It was in the quiet absence of your wake. My mind tasted the words, rearranged the letters to foreign encryptions, repeated it over and over. I love you. Yet when the arrangements of words was finally complete and I uttered the depth of those words out loud, they never meant the same ever again. Okay, done.
That is
Are you kidding
fucking
me?
love you. God damn it.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Patty.
That was amazing. Oh my god.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Wow, Patty. Thank you, Patty Love. Do you want to plug anything you got on? Got Thursday going on?
Yeah, Thursday, book published, open mic, sheepdog, Patty's _poetic_life. That's it. Down.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not done. I love you. I love you so much. You always go straight to my heartstrings when I need it the most. Thank you, babe. Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. What an amazing night. I'll read a piece and then then I'll hand the mic back to you, Richie, and then we can introduce Dan or however we want to do that. But I'll read it.
Yeah. So yeah, you can introduce them, but Dan, did you hear that? You start getting ready. Okay, Khan's gonna read and then it's you. All right, take it away.
Don't disappoint us, Dan.
Baby.
Go ahead.
So where is the piece? This is a love piece, I guess you would say, but this is for my best friends Don't mean to just switch the mood up, but I want to put this out in the atmosphere, just cause it needs to be. And this is some Tumble Words exclusive right here. Woo-hoo. Celia Aguilar led the 100,000 Poets for Change Tumble Words this weekend, and it was damn amazing. So this is a piece that I wrote from that with some, right? Well, I should. Maybe I'll read two. We'll see. But okay. So this is called Lisette. Today, September 25th, 2:06 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You have been gone 2 months, 2 whole months to the day. Your mother does not answer my calls. God found the silencer on the side of the iPhone as well. Prison is a bucket full of prayers. It might as well be heaven. Angels praying over us. Angels worshiping for freedom, joy. September 25th, 2021, 2:08 p.m., Montana Avenue. You were no more than 2. I remember bathing you. I remember how infatuated I was with your mother's sagging breasts. They nursed 3. I loved the way she wore the stress of motherhood. It was so sexy to me. Older than me, bolder than me, the alpha of the 2, though she stood 5'2". I towered, but she was the dominant one. The first pair of petals I kissed. I remember your pale skin and how your dark-skinned mother always had to defend her lineage to you. You resembled your father's Latin satin. You were perfection, her pride, her joy. I remember when you started walking, talking about boys, when you got a cell phone. When you were tangible. 2 months to the day. 2:12 p.m. My best friend's daughter is still missing. Comprehension heavily influenced with emptied out cigars, the smell of a bar in the abode, tequila, vodka, lime, in that order. Break the bottle on skull, full throttle, drown me. Forever drown me. I am lingers from your mother's front door. I hate that I cannot run to her front door and lay there, cry. No knock, just knowing she is on the other side, face in hand, crying, lying to herself that she must live for her sons, her only baby girl, Lisette. 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 If there has ever been ether, may the utter frequency of this call reach her. Come home, baby. Come home.
That was nice. That was nice.
Thank you, thank you. I will leave you. Let's leave it on a. I'll share an erotic piece.
Woo!
I don't think I've ever just did the erotic on BWOMS, damn it, and it is just necessary. So I probably have, but I'm sure it's been a minute. So I'm gonna read a piece from my book, My Abyss. I wrote him free. It's a poetic incarcerated love tale. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. And if you'd like a copy, contact me. This is called Sexpectations. And after this, my beautiful Dan, we are going to hand the mic over to you.
Okay.
Okay. Like to hear it go. That warm body pressed up against my butt cheeks. Your hands meet my hips vigorously. One hand steady gripping this ass, another on my shoulder, spanking, kissing me down my spine, calling me good girl when I come on a dime. Your belly button up against mine, fondling my thighs, kissing my nipples, my dimples. I am dutiful to yours. Suck, pull, tug, suck, pull, and tug. These sheets, this rug, the back seat of this Chevy Caprice, and you just got off work. Loving, with a little bit of hurt, we commence to make a mess. Safe to express your stress, hickeys, spelling your name on my titties, hickeys, all over my chest. We are gritty when we love. Soft nibbles on my nipples, biting your shoulder as I feel you grow bolder. Your shoulders kiss the back of my kneecaps gently. Please me, need me, kiss me tenderly, feed me in the morning, break me off some bread, leave me better than I was because you are that kind of man. Come in my hand. Come in my mouth, in my hair. Come in my cleaver. Sweat on your brow, I am catching it now. I am swimming in your perspiration. This fornication has me in a feeble situation. This outdoor loving has got to be illegal because we are loud, proud. It has got to be lethal, this fucking / love making we are doing. We are out here in these trees, hooting, looting, loving like thieves, stealing their last chance. Shaking these leaves, waking, baking, butt naked under the sun, squatting, coming, working on us another son or daughter. I am gonna help you be the best father. Impregnate me. I want to have your baby again. Right now. Woo, 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 woo. That's that piece.
Oh man, come on. Oh,
Somebody's gonna be making some babies tonight.
But it ain't gonna be me. Anyway, it's all right. I'm making
Sure,
poetry.
ain't gonna be me.
I'm all right.
My wife is in Kenya, so sure as hell ain't gonna be me. maybe it'll be Mr. Paleo Logos.
Hey, yeah, look.
Hell no, I ain't gonna be me.
Well, I appreciate y'all being willing to, tap into our sensual side tonight. Just kind of off key, and it was all poems are welcome, but I appreciate y'all being willing to go there, that was precious to me. And boom, boom, boom. Boom, I'm trying to do it like Richie. I'm kind of fucking it up. Come on, I'm trying to do the Dan intro. I kind of messed it up. My bad.
Okay, just get.
Do it. Let's go, Dan, baby. Where you at?
Okay. Gentlemen, you know me. Okay. Oh, Amanda, you were asking about it's a Scholastic's rhyming dictionary. I'm just trying to come up with yet another freestyle thing. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Con, what the hell was that? Jeez. I apologize for this. I apologize for asking that. All right. Yeah. September. Oh, I did have a new haircut. Thank you very much for asking, Miss Cameron. All right. Well, oh yeah, speaking of haircut, yep. Uh, maybe I'd like to go to Pizza Hut. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I just got a haircut. Looks like we just kicked their butts all the way to Pizza Hut. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I know September's coming to the end. Well, speaking of somewhere not Del Rio, but the Big Bend. So we have to clear our minds to spend to go on a parallel mend. Yep, we see the light trend. I don't know, because I don't have a girlfriend. Yeah, so that's what I heard. Like the ascend. Well, no, I don't think I'm not gonna attend to speed dating. That's a dead end. Yeah, I don't know what anything like to depend or probably to extend. No offend. I'm just trying to pretend, but daydream could suspend, but we don't know how it goes with the up ends. Just like it's like the only thing goes to a bitter hand. Well, now how we're gonna comprehend and divided. Well, I guess it's still we need some way to recommend like to overspend end to end. Well, since fall is cut well since summer's dying late and it's fair weather to the end, my friend. Yep. And yeah, according to Green Day, wake me up when September ends. Yeah. Yep, rhyming dictionaries. Yeah, it was just like a little freestyling, but you can get help on this one. And you want to come something with and that's like a good thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, as you guys already know, I looks like I am forced to cancel the Way Out West Fest. Man, and that blast. Oh, that fest is always a blast, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. And I'm gonna have to cancel the home games of UTEP soccer. I've and there's a sad chance I might not attend to this Thursday's BWOMS at the old dog sheep brewery or at the Casa Ortiz. Well, I know the Casa Ortiz was last Saturday. I was not able to attend. It's because it's because yes. Well, technically, I work there. And one other thing, if you do go there, well, I cannot tell you. My character is classified. And therefore, if you do see me, do not say hello. Do not say, oh, good night, Gigi. Do not say hello. Just keep going. And just want to get paid to scare the hell out of you. If you know what I mean. Yes. All right. Well, I cannot tell you where I am. Well, which one of these two? You'll have to find out for yourself. And you're gonna love the haunted house. Or the east side, the fields has eyes. So you're gonna like it. More info on that, go to kayleeq.com. I'm gonna promote this on my next regular blog. So just hang tight, guys. All right.
we're gonna do your plug card. Or was
Yes.
that a wrap? No? Okay.
Yeah, Dan.
Woo, woo.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. Awesome, Dan. Thank you. Dan the man. Thank you, man.
All right. Yeah, you know my screen card. Read it and weep it. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget hashtag Dan the Man's Weekly. Find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube. All right, guys, check it out.
Woo, woo, woo. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you.
Where's my ending? My screen.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay, thank you. Back to you, Con.
Thank you, Sweet Pea. I appreciate you. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, man. This has been, what is this? September 27th on a Monday. On a Monday. This has been awesome. This has been a great night. Thank you guys for holding it down with me, taking care of me, helping me, being awesome poets and audiences, and audience. I appreciate y'all. A host is nothing without the poets, you know. So thank you all for being here, man, for kicking it with me tonight. It means a whole lot to me. And I'm now going to pass the mic back to the maestro.
Yeah, shout out to Con. Awesome. Give her a round of applause for as always doing so great and drop your Cash App stuff in the chat. So if anyone can, send a tip or something like that, we can get you on. I'm actually gonna go ahead and read anyway. Because Amanda asked. I normally just get into the habit of like not reading at my own shows. But why not? But I also like I don't know what to read because I feel like I've read everything. So I was digging through my books and some of you guys saw this already. I found like my first publication from high school. I was published in we had a literary magazine called Reveille. Nico knows what's up. Reveille 2005. So I had a couple of poems and a short story published here. So I'm gonna read one of the pieces and dive into some other stuff. So yeah, this is high school rich right here. Trying to navigate first heartbreak, first breakups. All right, here we go. You shot lasers at me through your distance glanced. I evaded. You set up landmines where we once walked. I slipped right through. I was met by harsh words covered in barbed wire. I endured, and despite the erosion that left me breathless, I persevered and remained unaffected. Okay, that's it. That's it with this one. Shout out to all the peeps from Life in the Time, all our peeps. Anyway, so I'm gonna read 3 pieces. I don't read them as often. It's actually like 3 short pieces. I'm gonna group them together in a little mixtape I call Reveille. Get it? Just read from Reveille. I don't know. It's more like based off of like movement and dance and music and connection to history. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. I know why Kid says mumble transition. All right, here we go. If Melquiades were a merengue musician, what kind of chord progressions would he throw down and leave behind to be deciphered in the dance steps of future lovers? Hand to waist, eye to eye, hips in sync to that 2/4 beat. Would he take a split second during a rest to gaze beyond the bell of his horn as his focus slowly pulls toward that spinning top, tipsy-turvy, roomy rhythm made flesh magnetic dance of a couple caught in that whirlwind romance? Would Trujillo embrace merengue so freely if he had known of its African lineage? These dance steps are resistance. This music is resistance. We are resistance because every step has its story and every moment a song. Each wave reverberates and crashes into reality, creating our wilder resistance. Play away, Melquiades. Play away. I've seen the best minds of my generation kicking it to that wild beat in that enigmatic glow of light. It felt just right, singing rhythmic signifiers into the ether of night. That's us riffing on the universe, because the world is more than just a stage. It's an open jam session for us to engage. It's a call for the soul to create and navigate around the maelstrom of meaning, promptly bringing that point blank Promethean thunder and that metaphysical funk. You see, that's funk with the PH and all the appropriate connotations attached. Of course, that leaves us ecstatic, emphatic, and karma chromatic. That metaphysical funk, that cosmic samba, that transcendental tango. It has many names, but the universe is alive, and it shakes its hips to our rhythmic narrations, to our rhythmic vibrations. You see, they say there are these savvy, savory strings, shredding savage, solo sublime symphonies at the subatomic level. Surely, and they're gyrating, pulsating, twisting, turning forward, backward, wiggling, jiggling, sizzling, all to that beat. But that's not all. See, my closest approximations merely fall into realms of abstraction. It's like flight of the bumblebee, but on ecstasy, thumping away to the heavy thump of all that is thumpness. That's bass, baby. So bob your heads, clap your hands, sway your hips, and tap your feet. That's me and you and him and her and them and us, all moving to the beat. That's us riffing on the universe. So bop and wail to those melodious cosmic strings and listen closely to the hidden beauty in things. Origami dreams of the heart, flight in the icy blue mysticism of awe and wonder, of sublime, subatomic, surreal inclinations, of inked out incantations, of reactionary romanticisms, whirlwind, prayer, meditations, ruffling, rustling, rummaging in and out and about this weathered embrace of our earthly existence. It is imminent emergence, it's resurgence and time again until we stop, sullen, silent, chin up, eyes reflecting the unyielding dance of the infinite. It is our ghostly howl into oblivion. We keep screaming into the void, for when it finally echoes back, we will know the sound of our own voice. Hold it. Don't let it go. This is that first note, that first brushstroke, that first breath, your self-affirmed schism, a paradigm shift of a freeform storm of haptic, synaptic kickback of elastic. That moment we passed it and still it comes again and again, eternal recurrence to merciful wings on golden eternity of ravens and crows. They'll have much to teach us if we can slow down the blur and listen, pay attention. It's those melancholy dreams of the heart. It's inward, it's outward, it's the folding and unfolding of the cosmos in the breath of a moment. In this kingdom, we find what we seek without even knowing. Birds fly.
Did he freeze?
Frozen.
He appears to have frozen, yes.
Giving the ether a little time to shake it out a little bit, because it usually just shake it out and come on back. Shake it out, man. We just shake it out and come on back. No, not gonna do it. Oh, Reggie.
Censorship, ain't this about something?
Oh man. Okay. Well, yeah, he kind of, he's got to close.
Richie.
So we
I think he's the only one who can stop the live stream too.
Oh, what
I
the
think the
hell's
live stream
going
just
on?
No, but you're it says that
The recording stopped, but like the live stream's still going on, and Kit's now host.
I don't know. So you, I
Right,
think,
my host
has power to turn it off, the live stream.
Yeah. And Richie got censored on his own show. Ain't that something?
I think okay. Well, oh, and the recording's turned off. Okay, so it's technically over.
The recording is turned off, but it says live streaming still.
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Oh,
Amanda
We're still
calls the
streaming. Hang on.
internet.
Stop.